can't handle seeing good food go to waste, especially when there's people that are hungry out there.
I think that if more places in our country or on the planet were willing to divert food so that it didn't get wasted, everything would be better off.
When we think about all the work behind the food we make, it's a shame to waste that. It has to benefit someone.
Recent studies have shown that approximately 40% of all food produced in Canada ends up going to waste. Something Fernie, BC resident Nicole Knauf is hoping to change.
Working in restaurants growing up, you see how much waste there is, and it really bothered me. I even tried when I was 16, we worked in a bakery in Calgary, and I asked them if I could bring all the leftovers to the food bank, and they said no, I couldn't, I had to throw them away. And that was really hard.
Looking for a way to give back to her community, in late 2017, Knauf would discover the Revelstoke Food Recovery Program, which collects food headed for the dumpster and redirects it to the local food bank.
I mentioned it to my husband as we were packing to go on a trip, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm really good at saving food from the garbage. Like, what could I do with this? It was within weeks that it was like set. I had talked to the Salvation Army, I had talked to some restaurants, and it was just all a go.
I think there was a lot of excitement for this idea, and there's a movement with food security to do more of this food redistribution, and so it's the growing trend as people become aware of food waste. They're looking at ways how we can redistribute food to people who need it and keep good food out of the landfill.
With the support of local businesses and the Salvation Army, Fernie Fresh Food Share was born.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How was your weekend?
It was good. How was yours?
Good. Really good.
Awesome.
Beautiful weather.
Yes,
Awesome.
it was good. I'll get you the food.
Awesome. Thank you.
It's a big bin today.
Obviously, you try to plan your days in such a way that you can use up as much product as you can, but that's not always possible. So there are times when a lot of it goes in the garbage, and it's really wasteful. It doesn't feel good at all. Being able to have somewhere to take that food or to give the food and know that someone else is able to use it, that's a really good feeling.
There's so many hours of labor behind food when you think about it. Farmers who work on the field, and all the people who pack the food, bring the food to the grocery store, all the people who work at the grocery store. It's a shame to waste food.
Hello.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Just here to get some food?
Yeah.
Perfect, I'll grab it for you.
FRESHIES is like a family home. People come here to gather, to meet, to read the papers, and being part of the community like this, we can't just take and never give back. So this program is a very great way to give back.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
thanks. Have a great day.
See you.
Twice per week, Knauf or one of her volunteers picks up leftover food from local businesses. They then take it to the food bank where it's weighed and sorted for food bank clients. In its first 10 months, the program redirected over 10,000 pounds of food.
I honestly didn't know what to expect. I kind of started it hoping that I would get a lot of food and hoping that it would all go well and people would use it and whatnot. I knew there was a lot of food waste, but I don't think I realized the amount on a daily basis.
That blows me away that this food that's it's still useful, that can actually help people, would just go into garbage. I would watch documentaries or I'd see things on television or on Facebook about the amount of food that's wasted. right? And it's simply because it's not perfect, right? And so there's different initiatives going on, you know, all over the place for things like that, so that when I saw an initiative like that happening in Fernie, it was like, I want to be part of that. Yeah, I feel really good about coming in. It's not at all oh my goodness, I signed up for this and now I got to go do this and I wish I hadn't done it. I walk away feeling really, really uplifted.
I think it's easier when you're passionate about something that it makes it more fun. It's not so much work as it is. I just enjoy it a lot more.
One of our challenges we face at the food bank is we can provide hampers once a month to people, and people are needing more than that. So this gives the avenue for people to come in, and if there's items that they can use, it helps them complement throughout the month. But it opens up good, nutritious food for people that traditionally food banks haven't been able to provide.
There's people that can't afford the fruit and certain vegetables and stuff like that. So then they come and they get the fruit here that's here for them, and I'm very grateful for it.
I myself was a single mom at one time, and being able to have that bit of help meant the world to me. It was, you know, the matter of having a meal some days or, you know, not having very much. So to know that I can help somebody else that might be in that position is a really good feeling.
Fernie's very expensive to live in, and groceries are very expensive, especially to get healthy food. And I know that having a family, to try and feed your family healthy food is pretty expensive. So it's nice to be able to help those people get access to fresh food and healthy food.
Now, just as the program in Revelstoke inspired her, Knauf's Fernie Fresh Food Share is the source of inspiration for communities across BC.
I've had calls from people kind of all over, just seeing if I can give them information, which got passed on to me from Revelstoke. So I'm super happy to pass it on to someone else, and I'd love if every town and city had something like this going on.